Hello guys, in this series I will document everything related to my new business and my entrepreneurship journey. So let's start. A few things covered in this video. First, finding your purpose. Second, choosing the business model. Third one, choosing your customers. The purpose. Everything started in April 2023 when I started following Hans Ahmed on YouTube. He's a British guy whose family comes from Pakistan, and he showed me that you shouldn't delay your wins to wait for the perfect time, the perfect product, or the perfect business model. Actually, you will be a lot happier and experience real joy when you work towards your goals and your purpose. I mean, he made me realize that you experience a great joy when you work toward your goals than actually when you achieve your goals. The business model, the vehicle. And one of my goals has always been to be an entrepreneur. Actually, you can watch the series about my first business, and that was back in 2020, which also was an educational business about financial education. I left the link here. And anyway, I started to search again about what business to start. So I literally Googled the classic. So I searched best online businesses 2023. And as you can expect, I got pretty much the less answers. I mean, I got affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, marketing agency, drop shipping, being an influencer, and trading. And by experience, I knew that starting a business just for the sake of money wasn't going to work. I mean, you need to enjoy the business that you're building. Otherwise, A, you will hate what you're doing. And so, what's the whole point of being in a golden cage? And B, you will get screwed by the competition. I mean, how are you going to compete with someone who enjoys that business model and doesn't care about putting 10, 20, or 30 hours extra of work this week because he enjoys versus you who only wants to do the bare minimum because you hate that business model. So, how do you know what business model to choose? Well, I advise you to pick something online because it is a lot cheaper to start and you can scale it a lot faster than, for example, a brick and mortar business like a restaurant. Next, and I learned this from Alex Hormozzi, you need to ask about what is the most horrible thing that you will need to experience with this business. But you don't care too much about it. For example, if you're considering doing something like drop shipping, isn't it for you a big deal to spend countless hours watching online products and comparing reviews and price? Or if you're considering to be an influencer, don't you care about putting your face everywhere in social media and talking until your throat hurts? Or maybe you're considering a marketing agency. And so, isn't it a problem for you to coordinate your customers with contractors and spend all day long selling to potential customers? For myself, it wasn't a big problem. To sell to potential customers nor coordinate with contractors to fulfill the service. So, in July 2023, I decided to start a marketing agency. And the beautiful part from finding the business model with this mindset is that you stay with it longer because all business have advantage and with focus on words all will make you money. So the question isn't what is the business that will yield more results, but what is the business that I will stay longer, even with all of its ugly sides. And when you ask this question, you can make a lot better decisions. And as we know, business is a consistency game. So if you want to succeed big, you will find something to work for the next decade, not something for the next 3 months. The niche, the passengers. Now you have the vehicle, and the next step is to choose the passengers that you want to take with you, which means who are going to be the people who you want to solve their problems, who are going to be your customers, who is going to be the community or niche that you are going to work with. And I made a mistake here. I thought that I want to help entrepreneurs who were starting a startup because they seemed like the most profitable option. And my mistake was that I didn't know anything about startups. So as soon as I started searching for things like marketing service for startups, I realized how little I knew about them and how advanced services they needed. Services that I couldn't provide for a lot of expertise and time. I mean, at the time of recording this video, I'm still a college student. And as a side note, I would have wished to have realized this earlier, but I worked for almost 2 months in this idea. Actually, I will show you the web page that I built where I was trying to catch customers. So it was through my software, and it was like a marketing agency. And the idea was to get software entrepreneurs as a customers. So basically, I will provide a free challenge that will help them to skyrocket their sales and profits by attracting high value customers. So I had a like a blueprint to do for every week. It was 4 weeks, and the guide was completely free. And if they want that I help them with this idea, with this challenge, I will charge for that, and that will be like my income. Anyway, I will link the link of this web page in the description if you want to check it out. Hopefully, I listened to some mentors again, and many of them were advising the fact of targeting your past self as a customer. I mean, if 1 or 2 years ago you started a fitness journey, then a good niche for you might be fitness. Therefore, in September 2023, I gave a new direction to my business and I focused on helping course creators. I mean, I had already been a course creator and I knew a lot more about what kind of problems and needs do course creators have. Actually, I discovered many of them when I launched my first course, which was about financial education back in December 2020. And let me show you quickly a bit of what I was building. So this project was Centuria's Money, and the project was to give financial education to everybody. And as you can see, I built this channel, which has 9 videos about different topics like real estate, investments, retirement. And I also launched a podcast, and I also built a channel in Spanish. And so I would let the link with a description about that. Conclusion. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I will do a quick recap as well as some lessons that I learned. First lesson. There is no business and no entrepreneurship journey without a straight path. We all find problems and struggles, expect them, and don't feel blue because of them. Especially, don't quit because of them. Just look at myself. I have been trying to be an entrepreneur since December 2020. Well, actually earlier. And I haven't had a single customer since then. And my biggest mistake was to quit when I encountered my first problems. And it was the biggest one because I put in the trash the work of 6 months when I could have focused on solving that problem and saving the time and money that I had already invested. Second lesson, the vehicle. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to choose a vehicle. This vehicle will be your business model. And the best way to pick one is by choosing the one with the difficulties that bore you the least. Third lesson, the customer. Once you have a vehicle, you need to ask yourself who you're going to take with you. Think about it like a cab. Who is going to be the people who you want to work with and solve their problems? Who are going to be your customers? And for many of us, the best way is to choose your past self as your customer. It is probably the people that you know the best. And this sounds obvious in theory, but in practice, many of us forget about it. At least I did it. And I spent 2 months in something that led nowhere. So, anyway, wait for the next video where I will tell you about where to take your customers with your vehicle and a new update about my business. It will be here in this channel in 1 week. And so that is all. Peace and success, guys. Bye.